Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. Alright, today we are going to be checking out another pretty prolific thrift store haul. I swear, since the thrift store that I love visiting, that's pretty close to where I am, uh, has that new management, good stuff has actually been hitting those grab bags. Just to give you an idea, I grabbed a few grab bags. I already went through them so as to save some time. Put aside the stuff that I'm keeping for sure and stuff that I'm kind of on the fence and I'm not sure. And out of everything, there's maybe 8 cars that I'm giving to my daughter. I've got this bag here. It's full of stuff that I'm not going to be keeping. All kinds of different vintage and newer stuff, off-brand, Hot Wheels Fantasy Cast, older Matchbox and Majorette, all kinds of stuff basically that are missing parts that I already have. Even a few Maestros that are in really, really good condition. So what I did end up keeping is this huge bag right here, which we're going to check out basically. But before we do, nothing much if we're talking about peg finds. The only thing that I grabbed in the last couple weeks, basically, I went back to my local Toys R Us, and there were 2 of these still on the pegs. Decided to pick it up, since I do have the full Jay Leno set anyways, so this makes the last for the half dozen, I guess. And, you know, it's cool GM prototype, the EcoJet, that Jay managed to add to his one-to-one collection, and now I'm adding it to the 164 collection. You get the real license plate on there, the gray 10 spokes, light gray 10 spokes, nice tampo work, nice and heavy, metal on metal, real riders. You know, it's a cool little prototype, so happy to add that to the stash. And I also did manage to make a little part trade at a local collector that wanted to pick up a bunch of Subaru stuff that I had, since he's a Subaru nut and is currently building a Bug-Eye. I decided to trade a premium Subaru for a mainline I was absolutely sure I would never find. And I really needed this one in the collection, so sometimes you got to give a little bit more. And, you know, still got some money back for the actual other pieces that he picked up. But yeah, look at this beauty. Wide body, 560 SCC. The AMG flares, front and rear bumpers, spoiler. Those slot 5 wheels that do look like monoblocks a little bit, AMG monoblocks. Pillarless coupe, designed with the mirrors. Front and rear tampos, so good in black, and a really nice mainline counterpart to the premium E36 wagon that came out in Boulevard that I also have. So that is definitely awesome, definitely great. Card is in super mint condition, and I'm definitely not cracking this one open. This one's gonna stay carded for now, so there you go. So these are the little 2 finds I managed to make. You know, nothing crazy, nothing too intense. We'll make some room because we got a heck of a lot of cars, as you saw, to check out. So yeah, let's start in whichever order I put them in the bag, basically. I guess we'll start off with a couple 143 scale cars that I managed to pick up. So we've got this nice C5 Corvette. It's a little bit scratched up, but in overall decent condition. As well as this oh yeah, okay, F-150 Lightning. Now I'm pretty sure I won't be keeping these at the end of the day, simply due to the fact that Corvette, you know, I've got a bunch of C5 Corvettes already in the collection, and this one, you know, it's scratched up. It's not in the best condition. Front windscreen is all cracked and whatnot. The rest is in decent condition, but it's got flea bites all over, and it is a Virago, so there's not like anything uber detailed in regards to the car. You know, the wheels are very generic, as you can see, but I found they were kind of cool, so I picked those up, but probably won't be keeping them. Yeah, so we got the little red Corvette and the big black truck, F-150 Lightning. I was really happy to find this one, and I just noticed now, as it is the case with a lot of thrift store finds, see, by the way, peep them two-tone seats, eh? And the steering wheel, it actually looks like a steering wheel, but the big problem is it's missing the rear lights. And I didn't notice that when I picked it up, so kind of sad, because it is a nice truck. I would have kept this had it had the rear lights, so I guess, yeah, this one I'm not keeping after all. It's in decent condition. It's complete except for the lights. It's got flea bites, but, you know, overall not too bad. So those were the two first ones that I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to look at a couple oddball things that I decided to keep also. First one that we're going to be check out is a not something I thought I'd want to keep, but I mean it's just really cool. Check this out, guys. A Maisto Tonka branded, I guess, what is this? I don't know how this would be called, basically, you know, a leveler or whatever. It's got moving or pivoting front wheels. You know, it's got plastic tires. The body is all metal, and this little part of the chassis, front and back, is plastic, but heavy, almost in mint condition. I mean, you got a couple flea bites, you know, but barely. Stickers are, or tampos are perfect. They're not stickers, actually. You know, you got a flea bite on the corner here, and you got another flea bite on the edge here, but besides that, you know, a couple small ones on the front. Overall, really clean. That was interesting. Looks to be approximately 187 scale, I'm assuming. Maybe something like that, but yeah, put that in the background here. Also picked up a couple cool little old school kind of like shifter cars, or not exactly sure how these work, to be honest. I'll have to do a little bit of research. But yeah, the first one I'm going to show you is from Majorette. I do not know or do not remember what the series is, but I know these, they have a little button here, and you know, you can kind of like propel the car at certain speeds, and you know, different speeds and whatnot, but it's basically kind of tuned, but it's based on the BMW Turbo prototype, which led to the BMW M1, basically. So it's a Paul Brack design, the prototype, and yeah, you can see BMW kidneys and everything, so it's not licensed as, but you know, it's pretty obvious what it is. So yeah, what is this called? Majorette motor. Okay, and seemingly it's patented. So Majorette motor. Yep, this is old. This is probably from like the late 80s, early 90s, something like that. And it's got actual Majorette wheels on the front, the regular ones. The rear ones are like rubber. There's definitely like some kind of friction motor or something in here, and I have no idea if it's actually functional or not, but I found it was pretty cool. And I don't have any prototype BMW Turbo castings, so I thought it was a cool addition. The other one that is kind of similar, this is definitely like some type of friction motor too that equips this car, but it's a Porsche G Series Targa. Really nice metallic red. It's made by Darda, and it's got the big plastic tires. It's got a clear base, and you can kind of see basically the innards of the car with a little friction motor in the back and whatnot. But yeah, cool looking car. It's got like a little gap here, and I don't know if there's supposed to be something. I guess it's something you'd insert, some type of pull string, or I don't know what exactly, but you got a big Porsche logo, and you got the Porsche script on the side under the Darda Racing, so it's obviously a licensed product. And love the fact it's swingless. There's a little crack here, but considering this is definitely far from being new, although there's no year underneath, I'm gonna guesstimate that this thing's probably about 30 years old, give or take 5 years. So if you know more about these, please do let me know in the comments, because I'm definitely not familiar with these type of things. I'm not these type of cars. It's not something I collect overly. Last of the larger scale cars, I find I was really lucky, I guess. Well, lucky, happy to find it. I did mention in a previous Free It Friday video when I unboxed the LEVC London Taxi, the new generation, that I'd love to have the older generation from Matchbox as well. But you know what? Managed to find this one, which seems to be about roughly a 150 scale. And this is the classic London Taxi, basically, that survived decades, unchanged aesthetically. And it's just written made in China. No, I'm not sure what the brand is. It's metal body, plastic base. It's pretty heavy. It's got the blue tinted windows, and it does have an interior. No exterior details. And the wheels are pretty nondescript, but I mean, it fits very well with the type of vehicle it is. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely happy to add this to the collection as well. It's a little curio, you know, a little British touch to the collection. We're going to fall into the smaller scale or regular scale or 1/64 scale or 3-inch sized cars. In no particular order, we'll just go through what I've decided to keep. So I got this really cool variation of the highway hauler. So flat nose COE with the box in the back. Box is plastic. The rest, the base is also plastic, but the body is extremely thick metal, seemingly. 6 wheels, 3 axles. It's got a 91 license date. It's got the red tinted windows and the gold 5 spokes. So it's probably late 90s, early 2000s release, I'm assuming, something like that. Yeah, it's got the Hot Wheels sideshow livery right here, the fastest show on earth. Pretty cool. Doors don't open. That'd be a nice touch. But yeah, pretty cool truck. I don't have any highway haulers, so I'm happy to add one to the collection. Do have a fair amount of trucks though. Speaking of other Hot Wheels truck, this time a pickup truck, and just to find this cool Ford F-150. The generation that was released late 96 as a 97 model. Black with flames, big off-road 5 spokes, very cool. Chrome grille, chrome interior, as we can see through the Thailand base that gives us a peek with the Hot Wheels logo of what the interior color is. But yes, I'm guessing this was probably part of a 5-pack. Let me know if you guys know. It's pretty easy to look up there. Probably look it up afterwards, but feel free to let me know if you guys know off the top of your head. So yeah, chrome interior, which lends itself to a chrome bottom of the box there. You know, pretty cool casting. Nice little lifted Ford pickup, so I like that. Put it here. Next, what are we going to look at? I'm trying to theme it out a little bit at least, you know. Said no particular order, but you know, let's do all the SUVs, pickups, and stuff like that first. There, managed to pick up another one of these Motor Max Ford Expeditions. This time, instead of being in the livery, the Road and Track livery out of the multi-pack Road and Track set, this one's just the normal blue, no extravagant tampos. Front and rear details, the infamous Motor Max twin 5 spokes. Front fascia always made me laugh a little bit on this truck because it's much lower on the body than it should be, giving it a little bit of a cartoony look, but overall it's a great cast, and it's not been replicated often. The Motor Max was very big into the pickups and SUVs of the late 90s, so got a lot of one-offs that were not produced by other brands in 1/64 scale. And it's the same generation as the F-150, so that's always cool. Let's see. A couple more trucks that we could check out right away. Trucks and SUVs. Just line them up quickly here. We'll check them out in just a few seconds, guys. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I picked up couple couple Dodge Rams. First one that I picked up is not in the best of conditions, but it's a casting I didn't have. It's the Ram 1500. This was a 96 model release, if we're talking about the real thing. I believe Hot Wheels pretty much released theirs at the same time. Check and try and see on the base here if we have a copyright or something. Oh wow, 94. This thing wasn't even out in 94. It was the previous gen Ram before that. Yeah, so as you can see, you know, it's a little bit distressed if we're talking about the middle plastic portion, and the roof is a little bit rolled overed, I guess. You know, it's slightly crushed on the front. I don't know. It's still a cool cast. It's got the big white 5-dot wheels, which is kind of cool. And it's got the rear tampo as well. Kind of cool. I like the green metallic with the emerald green there with the lower gray body cladding, which is very, very 90s as a paint setup. You got the long box single cab Ram. Pretty cool. The other Ram that I picked up was the Maisto version of the next generation, which is actually a short box quad cab. And it's lowered on very blingy, very huge dub style wheels. I did have this casting in red metallic, and I sold it off as part of a lot. And I like this black one better. And I mean, it's not detailed front and back, but it does have the Ram 1500 logo on the doors and the Dodge and the 4x4 badge on the back. The wheels look like they're loose or broken or whatnot, but it's just they have a lot of travel. I mean, it rolls super well. There's no problem with it. It's just, you know, Maisto quality is not up to snuff with Hot Wheels quality. So, there's your base. There you go. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool little truck. You know, it's very reminiscent of the styling cues of the late 1990s and early to mid 2000s. So next truck we're going to be checking out, it's more of an SUV, but it's a Matchbox little Jeep here. It's got the round lights, so I'm assuming this would be a TJ Wrangler. It's got like a Zamac finish to the body, which I found really cool. It's got like a little adventurer livery and a whole bunch of stuff on that roof rack, as you can see. Orange interior, almost gives it a little Jurassic Park vibe. It's got the trailer hitch on the back, no front and rear details, and it's got these small 6-spoke wheels. Should look a little bit too small, I find personally, but that's probably an optical illusion caused also by all that stuff on the roof rack, which gives it more, it's just taller overall. So, but yeah, very cool find. Here's your base. Again, Thailand base. This, again, I'm pretty sure is a multi-pack exclusive. Probably like a 5-pack exclusive. But again, let me know if I say something and it's wrong and I don't correct myself. Please do feel free to correct me. Alright, next up we're going to go back in time to Hot Rod era. Got this, what is this called? Super Smooth, I think? Yeah, Super Smooth. Kind of like a hot rod truck. It's got the flush front lights, the Willys looking grill. But you know, it doesn't even look like a Willys grill. It looks more like a, I'm not even sure, honestly. I mean, I know my cars, but cars from the 30s and 20s, I'm not all-knowing, and there were so many different brands that don't exist anymore. So, but yeah, cool custom truck. It's got like a pirate-style livery. I do have a little Anglia that's part of that collection, and don't remember what the series is. Pirate Treasure or something. I don't remember. I believe in this bag actually. I have another one from the same series as well. Or is it? I'm not sure this is the same series, but it's a similar series, same era. I got the Mopar. This is the Charger prototype that led to the 06, 05 released Charger to replace the Intrepid 300M, all those other previously front-wheel drive and non-Mercedes powered cars. So you got the three spokes on this one. You got some type of Ninja Warrior livery on there. Not necessarily something I'm super keen on, but you know, I thought I'd show at least the casting because it is kind of cool. It's not in perfect condition, but you know, I'll probably end up parting ways with this one. So, but I did want to show it off to you. What do I have here next? Well, you know, Dodge Charger. Well, we've got this beat up Dodge Charger SRT8 first cast, the kind of stubby little cast, their police car, which is cool. I don't have a version of this cast. I know it came out in purple when it was originally released, and that's really the variation that does it for me. But this police one is pretty cool too. And I do have a kind of like a pile of old beat up police cars that I'm eventually going to make a diorama, like a retired police car diorama. And this is definitely going to be part of it. I guess it would be a Pursuit Special since it's an SRT8. Got the big OH5s. I don't know if they used to be chromed or if they were always black there, but yeah, they're definitely all black now. Not a single speck of chrome remaining on this one. I mean, this thing is definitely has definitely been played with. At least the roof's not too tweaked, so no, it's a good scrapyard type vehicle. So yeah, I'll show you a couple fantasy casts I wanted to show, but not necessarily keep, because I find they're interesting. This is the second time I find this one, and it was a different variation that I found the other shot. This is called the 40-something. 40-something, there you go. And it's obviously inspired by the Ford GT40, but and this was released, as you saw on the bottom, 2003 license, before the Ford GT actually came out in 05. So kind of cool. I mean, it's a cool concept. It's a nice casting for a fantasy casting. Nice color wave. I like the shade of green. 40 meatball on there, and the Hot Wheels logo, white Go Faster stripe on the top. It's a pretty cool little car. I like it. And this one I'm probably not going to keep, but I still found it pretty damn cool. This is called the Combi, but spelled like this. And I mean, just looking at it, you can see right away, right? It's inspired by the VW T1, just modernized and made into a rear-engined V8 truck. Got the flames going on. I love this lilac, very reminiscent, slightly grayer hue, but reminiscent of the SC30 Diablo. Staggered PR5s in chrome. It's in great condition. Got the green windows, chrome interior, as you can see. Again, with the flame popping through that gray base. So, that's pretty cool. You know what? I'll put this on the side. I might give it to my daughter, actually, because she loves purple. It's her favorite color. So, let's see. Yeah, staying in the fantasy concept car realm and whatnot. Managed to pick up the Maisto version of the Cadillac Sienne, which is not half bad. No interior. Wheels are far from great, as is the stance. But overall, I mean, it's a nice, clean version of the Sienne. Definitely nice. Hot Wheels made a version of this, and it was in Gran Turismo as well. Really crazy prototype of the 16. That was Cadillac 16 had a V16. This one, I'm not sure the Sienne if it had a 16 or a V12, but it had a big engine, that's for sure. This car that the prototype produced well over 700 horsepower. So check out the badging details. I mean, Maisto, I mean, they know what they're doing. They're great bases for customizing, so definitely like picking up. And sometimes they put out casts that you don't see from other manufacturers, so let's see, what I'll show you next. Interesting stuff. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of other Maistos that I'm not keeping because I have them already, but you know, a couple C5 matching Corvettes and whatnot. This is not a Maisto. It's actually a Motor Max, and it's definitely battered and seen better days, but I don't actually have a casting of this specific model. BMW Z8 or Z8, whichever you prefer. Again, Motor Max 25 spokes. You can recognize the Motor Max castings right away because they are not identified as Motor Max on the bottom. You've got very worn out glass here. It is missing the 2 roll bars, but overall, a nice casting. Proportions are there. A little bit of detail on the front. BMW logo, it's definitely oversized, but not bad. You know, not bad at all. Yeah. Pretty decent car. A little bit rougher than I initially thought, though. I might not keep it. I might not keep it after all. I don't know. We'll see. Put it on the side. I did pick up. I got 2 premium NASCARs in the bag as well. One's missing a set of wheels, so an axle and 2 wheels in the rear. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do with that, but this one, opening hood, visible engine and everything, it seems to be purposely damaged on the front for whatever reason by the previous keeper of this diecast. The rear is also pretty beat up. It's got the DeWalt livery. It's Ford Fusion. I'm definitely going to poach this for the wheels, so it's not going to the collection per se, but some parts of it are. That's for sure, but it's nicely detailed though. Definitely nicely detailed. I'm just not a NASCAR fan, honestly, guys. So as good quality as this model is, as well as it rolls smooth with those rubber tires, this is a wheel donor. It's just a wheel donor. So we'll see. Maybe I can take the engine out as well and put it into something else. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, parts car. Yeah, we checked out some Motor Max and Maisto. We'll try and go through the rest of the Motor Max and Maisto castings that I managed to pick up before anything else. Yeah, alright. Oh yeah, another casting that I recently picked up my first exemplar of from Hot Wheels. Now I managed to find the same one from Motor Max. As you can see, it's nondescript, but again, these wheels, Motor Max, automatically, the 5 spokes like this. Kind of like the slightly twist 5 spokes. Saline S7 in orange. Definitely missing some paint. But again, great basis for a wheel swap and a custom. Especially that the Hot Wheels one that I have is mint. So this one being battered a little bit. Still does have the front and rear details for the lights though. Nice proportions. Again, stands a little bit tall. But, you know, rolls really well. And, yeah, it's a great compliment to the CN right there. So, I picked up also two other Motor Max casts. They're very battered, but they're 2 color variations that I did not have of these casts. And, I mean, kind of can't go wrong with these 2 cars, at least in my personal opinion. They're 2 junkers, but we've got first and foremost the infamous Corolla LXI. I have it in red, and Jake at Strictly Diecast will soon have one of these in hand as well. Yeah, pretty battered, but great piece for a junkyard diorama. And this is a Southeast Asian trim. Even in Thailand they had the Corolla LXI. We didn't get exactly the same model as this, basically, and I went through this model last time I did a showcase for a haul of diecast. So now I have it in blue and I have it in red. So pretty cool. And managed to find another one of these Motormax Supers with the weird mirror placement. This time what used to be white and what's now almost fully stripped of its paint. Another junker. Making an old JDM garage or something. A JDM yard in the back of a garage, you know, where we've all seen the videos where race cars go to die and whatnot. This one's definitely battered. Front axle's a little bit crushed, but at the same time it gives it a kind of like a tucked low stance. Got the 10 dot wheels. Again, telltale. This Motormax. Moving it right along. The rest is pretty much, I believe, all going to be Hot Wheels. Yep, all Hot Wheels. So let's make a little bit of room here. Just move everything forward a little bit like this. Move this forward too, and move this forward too. There we go. Get a little bit more room. All right, so let's go through these last few Hot Wheels. Let's see. Another junker from Hot Wheels that I found. We have this 240Z custom. Roof is definitely tweaked. I didn't have an exemplar of this casting, and again, it's one of those cars that's going to look great in a junkyard. So there you go. Datsun 240Z. Malaysia Hot Wheels, showing that it's got the black interior, twin exhaust, staggered 10 spokes, and it's got the kind of like a modernized body kit that was available in the late 80s, early 90s for this car. But yeah, the A-pillars are really tweaked. Somebody totally stepped on this, and they probably swore a heck of a lot to crush it that much. It probably hurt if they weren't wearing shoes, that's for sure. So there you go, another JDM basket case for you there. Oh yeah, a couple other JDM basket cases I found, but not as bad though. Definitely not as bad. We've got this Acura NSX or Honda NSX JGTC spec car. So the pre facelift model with pop-up lights. This is an AEM liveried car, which is pretty cool. I used to have an AEM air filter in my Sentra SCR Spec V, the B15. So it was modified for the track. Yeah, really cool. Definitely really cool. Well, no, actually, my B16 had an AEM air filter, not the B15. Okay, either way, I digress. So yeah, it's got the big wings, got the big chrome air inlet here. It's definitely not mint, far from it. It's got the black PR5s that may have had a different colored lip. I think I can still see some chrome on that rear one. But yeah, all in all, you know, AEM as a tuner brand is legendary. I mean, Steph Papadakis had a front wheel drive Focus in AEM livery, changed to Meguiar's afterwards. His Drift S2000, when he switched to drifting, also had the AEM livery. I mean, Advanced Engine Management just make quality parts. They were very innovative. Great stuff. And the last JDM shed I'm going to show you here. One that I did not find. I'm not sure exactly what series this is out of. It was, I don't know. But yeah, finally I got my hands on this cast, the 2nd Gen MR2. With the rally lights and the rear spats that are really low. MR2 embossed as the license plate. Slightly tweaked rear wing, which I'll probably just straighten out with a screwdriver or something like that. You know, it's perfect fit. Get that back up to snuff. I'm just happy the roof's not tweaked on this one, although it's obviously been much loved. Left-hand drive, decent interior, tan interior. Is it tan or actually white? Probably dirty white as opposed to light tan, but whatever. Weird tampos on the side. Hot Wheels trans. I'll leave the comments up to you. And yeah, mostly black and what used to be chromed 5-dot wheels. Rusty rear axle. Fixer-upper, but you know, I love me some old beaters with character, so I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, probably like half a dozen to go, guys. I know this is a long one once again, but bear with me. Bear with me. Alright, so I'm going to check out a couple American classics. Starting off with this fairly good condition GTO drop top. 2nd gen GTO. Or is it the 3rd gen GTO? Not sure. Cars change generations very quickly in the 60s, so, and in the 50s for that matter. But yeah, you know, some of the chrome's gone from the front fascia and corner of the rear bumpers, and some of the gold's gone for the from the wheels, but it's got like a nice combo of pinstripes and flames on that metallic black paint with some blue flake in there. White interior. Love how they put a little bit more effort to not just put a frisbee as a steering wheel on these drop tops. It's always cool. Great also if you have a bunch of beat or trashed up convertibles, you can just chop off the wheels from those and put them in place of the frisbees that come in other interiors, you know. Easy way to just add that little touch that could make a difference. But yeah, great cast. I do have this one carded in a different livery, the Roadster Series one in red and black. So it's cool to have it loose. It's a nice body style and a big old classic American boat. And I had managed to find this specific one in a completely worn out, beat up condition. And now I got it completely mint. The So Fine, based on the 53 Buick Roadmaster. It's got the portholes. Definitely a telltale. Normally these would be straight 8 cars. This one's got a really cool, again, that really cool green hue of paint. It's not more olive than the 40 something, but still a really nice one. Infamous Buick grid that totally looks like a slammed Buick Roadmaster from the front. French front lights, chop top, and a whole bunch of low. Not my favorite wheels, the PR5s and black spoke chrome lip. I would have preferred like Steelies or something on there. Or even the other version I have of this car in all black with the mesh wheels. It would look way better. But overall, it's a great looking car, and I'm happy to have another variation of it. I love 50s Buicks, so. Alrighty. We'll do a couple imports. This import is a Ford, but it is still an import. Another color variation of the infamous Ford Falcon ATCC Falcon. Yeah. This time in black with that same livery as a multi-pack exclusive gray version. Full blue interior including roll cage. Obviously right-hand drive as it's an Australian car. And the chrome 10 spokes with the big Ford logo on the doors. No front and rear details. Now that I have 3 color variation, black, silver, and red, I'm definitely going to customize one a little bit. I tried to customize the silver ones, but the front lights just don't pop. I might give it a second go, either on this one or the red one. The red one was a mystery model, so probably this one actually. Yeah. Let's go next to the Celine. And managed to find a Lucy of this really cool casting, the Volkswagen SP2, a little Brazilian flavor for you. Great car based on the Beetle. Really cool sporty body style, fastback design, air-cooled rear engine car with the chrome 5 spokes and the nice little pinstriping on the side. No front and rear details, but cool orange paint. Definitely a nice little car. I do like that casting. And we will finish off right after this little TA22 Celica. Not sure if I have this variation. I think this is one of the older ones that came out before the re-releases. If I look here underneath, we got a 2012 license. I'm assuming, yeah, this was like the first release ones. They came in a few colors. Lens fronts again, which I really like. The race lights instead of just the round seal beam ones. Big chin spoiler. Got the side exit exhaust, which is really cool as well. Chrome base, so that shows nicely. Got the details for the door handles. Well, full, very stock looking. You know, the Celica badge, the GT stripes, which is exactly what came on these cars in period. You know, they got the side markers, obviously the Hot Wheels logo, that's something else, on both sides, and no rear light details, but the lights are inserted from the interior, and this is again a right-hand drive model, so definitely a cool one. Definitely a cool one. We'll finish off with a pair of Lamborghinis. Believe it or not, this bag had not one, but two Lamborghini Aventadors. One in matte black with chrome 5 spokes, and one in gloss black with the dark gray PR5s and some stripes. As per usual, neither of these has the rear done, but as you can see, the matte black one actually has the side indicators done, front and rear, which this one, the metallic black one, does not, since it has the stripes on the top. Let me know which one you like best. Matte black with more detail, or metallic black with darker wheels and the stripe on the roof and front. So that's pretty much it, people. Those were my finds, my haul from the most recent visit to the thrift store. So as you can see, a plethora of cars. Hopefully you enjoyed going through these oldies but goodies with me. Obviously, if you did, hit that thumbs up, subscribe for future uploads, which normally I do weekly, and comment your feedback. Tell me which of these you like, and tell me if all these cars, basically plus all the other ones that I'm either gonna sell or give to my daughter or use as projects, all of this costs about 30 bucks. Tell me if it was worth it. On that note, I will bid you farewell. Have a great rest of your weekend, and till next time, stay safe. Bye bye.